So excited to have you here with us on this journey where we teach young, influential men how to navigate through various types of relationships in today's society.
Thanks for tuning in.
Disrespects you is because during your first encounter with her, you opened up the doors for her to think that she has the upper hand on you and she can do as she pleases. One of the very first things women do when they meet you is size you up. She's reading you. And if you don't work on your confidence so you set the stage before she even considers trying to disrespect you, then only disrespect will follow. Pay attention to how she acts in certain situations and how her demeanor comes across in your presence. Women have a way of testing you to see what they can get away with. Assert yourself as a man who will stand up for yourself and won't tolerate anything less than the utmost respect. A woman will not keep trying you if you assert yourself at the very first sign of disrespect. Cut that off at the onset, because if you let her do it, she will keep doing it.
What is a BBL? The BBL stands for Brazilian Butt Lift. And this is an operation where you liposuction fat from one part of the body, like the thighs, the hips, or the abdomen. We purify the fat and then inject it into the buttocks as a way to enlarge them. We make little incisions in the buttocks to inject the fat, and then about half the fat or so will stay long term. And this is the most common way that people basically enlarge their rear ends.
If someone has had a normal size behind for all of their life, and then they switch up and now they got this big BBL, they have to reach back there and really clean. You know what I'm saying? And if they're not used to doing that, they might not know that, hey, you sweat differently. Everything is different when you add that much more meat back there. That thing can't breathe as good.
When you get a BBL, your ass is so rock hard. Like, I could barely get toilet paper and like a hand between my butt cheeks, let alone like an enema. And that thing is tiny.
So there is truth here. When you undergo a BBL surgery, depending on how much fat is injected into the butt can feel real hard and firm. And this is something, I used to do BBLs back in the day. I don't do them anymore. And even the ones that I did, I would only inject maybe 300 or 400 cc's into each butt cheek. Now, how much is 300 or 400 cc's? Well, it's about 1/3 to 1/2 of a 1 liter canister, or let's say 1/4 of a 2 liter. So we're not talking a huge amount of fluid. And that much was enough oftentimes to cause a butt to feel pretty firm. And
Just the idea that you guys are injecting this substance into your bum, and then you're going to turn around and say, you're not doing it for guys, you're not doing it for any man, to catch men, you're doing it for yourself. That's what you're going to turn around and say.
Yeah! Stop the cap.
Hard. Well, there are doctors who are injecting literally 1 liter or even 2 liters into each butt cheek.
Wow.
And if that's the case, can you imagine how hard those butts will be afterwards?
Wow.
I think that girls just aren't wiping good enough or cleaning between their butt cheeks after they do the number 2 good enough.
Okay. Class is almost over, and I'm just trying to squeeze in your anus.
Butthead. Van Driesen, he kind of said, I just want to squeeze in.
Leave us. Mr. Van Driesen is trying hard to squeeze in your anus, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's try to give him our attention.
And that's what's stinking. So if you get a BBL, I suggest this to anyone, but I highly suggest using baby wipes to wipe.
So that tends to be the most common hypothesis of why BBLs smell, is that people just aren't able to wipe back there as well as they ideally should. One other option other than baby wipes, though, is to get a bidet, because that's a great way to clean your bottom without having to kind of really reach back there.
Or a walk is a possible date option, and neither should you. First of all, I'm not a dog that needs to be walked. Second, I have an espresso machine at home, works fabulous. We're not doing drinks either. You're gonna try to get me drunk and take me back home. No. We are doing dinner. You're gonna pick me up. We're gonna come to the restaurant. We're gonna see your table manners. We're gonna see what you order. We're gonna see, do you hold your chopsticks correctly? We're just gonna, study you a bit.
You can keep yourself at home. And if you do end up coming on the date, this is what happens.
That was a good meal. Wait a minute. Am I getting any tonight?
Right? This is what's going to happen if you end up going on the date, right? First, the food looks great. Nice little setting right there. Shorty looking good. I'm sure they both dressed up. But he had a little question to ask her right before he paid that bill. Did you hear the question? Let me rewind that. All right, see right there? Paid in full or split the check. You see that? You see that? All right, let's go.
That was a good meal. Wait a minute. Am I getting any tonight?
No.
Well,
any expectations for how much the ring should cost?
All right, so this is that guy who goes on the side of the street and he talks to people. I really enjoy his podcast. I mean, it looks like he's part Jamaican, so let's see what's going down.
No, she don't care about
I'm not materialistic in prices. So.
She's really more so a thoughtful girl. Like it's a thought.
15. All right, so I guess if you didn't know, he asked, "Is there a price on a ring? Like how much your ring should cost?" I think that's what he asked her. So let's go.
Well, any expectations for how much the ring should cost?
No, she don't care about
I'm not materialistic in prices. So.
She's really more so a thoughtful girl. Like it's a thought.
$1,500 ring would be just fine with you.
No.
Don't say no. Don't show up. Don't say no. Because when did anybody ever propose to you?
Ooh. Yo, he ain't even joking, bro.
Nobody proposed to me yet.
Exactly. So why would a $1,500 ring mean anything?
Got a good question.
Exactly.
But that's what I expect.
No, that's what you expect, and it's because you're too picky.
Okay. Guess I'm too picky then.
Yes, I know you're too picky.
Seems like you guys love each other very much.
Yeah, I love this girl so much. Like.
Okay. I agree. It seems like they do love each other still. She's looking at him with expectation eyes. Like, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but she's looking at him almost for the answer, right?
He needs some milk.
No, I don't think so. I think he handled that pretty good. Like, he asked her if you got proposals already, so what does the ring matter? Is it not the proposal that matters? But let's see how she handles this. Let's see how it plays out.
A ring doesn't matter. A ring doesn't matter.
Yeah, it don't. Girl, like it's a thought.
$1,500 ring would be just fine with you.
No.
Don't say no. Don't show up. Don't say no. Because when did anybody ever propose to you?
Nobody proposed to me yet.
Exactly. So why would a $1,500 ring mean anything?
Got a good question.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
But that's what I expect.
No, that's what you expect, and it's because you're too picky.
Okay. Guess I'm too picky then.
Yes, I know you're too picky.
Seems like you guys love each other very much.
Yeah, I love this girl so much. Like we've been through
a ring doesn't matter. A ring doesn't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. It matters in a certain aspect.
Love the fact that he kept her check.
Gotta be truth. That's true. I do like how he kept her in check there. Now this one here is about that whole, if I'm correct, this is the whole friendship thing. Like, listen, ladies, long story short, men don't want a woman to have no man friends, okay? Whether you like to believe one way or not, that's just the truth, okay? Let's just get into it right now, straight.
I really have to compromise my peace for my friends ever, because I'll just tell them, like, no, not tonight, off. But for a relationship, you can't do that.
He and I sort of, I don't necessarily 100% disagree with him when it comes to, like, can men and women be friends, okay? If fucking them, you can be their friends.
Yes.
But the white belts are the guys that I talk to when I'm talking about, like, friendship and stuff, because most of those guys think
What do you mean by white belts?
Well, by white belts, like guys who are like more blue pill dudes, like guys who don't know any better will think that friendship is a form of game as opposed to having it be something that facilitates it, as opposed to, like, if I just stick it out and I can prove to her and prove my quality to Milady, then she's going to see me as the perfect boyfriend. And what happens is that's when you get friend zoned, that's when you turn into an emotional tampon. And that's why when I
I like that word. So when you turn into an emotional tampon, soaking up all the bloody noise from this chick in her regular life of relationships. So I'm 100% down with, man, screw that friendship crap with women, though. Don't do it, bro. Do not do that. You just get up in the friend zone. You cannot... a woman knows off the top if she wants to deal with your case. She'll deal with your case that night, much less being in no friend zone, yo. So as soon as you realize that you're not getting through how you want to, bro, just keep it moving. Just replace that one. See, don't go into any woman's friend zone ever. Any man, don't ever go into any woman's friend zone.
Talk about when I'm talking about like intersexual friendships. The problem that I have, and maybe more to his point as well, is that models of friendship between women and men and men are different. When a woman says, or says, hey, can we just be friends? And you go, yeah, of course we can just be friends. I think maybe we just keep it platonic, right? You want it, but she doesn't want to. Now you're in the friend zone, right? The thing is her model of friendship is based on whatever her friends are with her girlfriends. If you start communicating with her as her girlfriends, she sees you, her lizard brain or hind brain sees you as a girlfriend. So what happens is when guys get into these intersexual friendships with women, they start to communicate as if they're one of the girlfriends. So of course, one of my
good point. Never works. You're just seen as one of the girls, bro. She'll even talk to you about slapping some other dude. She'll talk meaning having relations with some other dude. She'll even talk to you about that, bro. That's how much friend zoned you are. That's how punked you got, bro. That's how punked off you got, yo. Let that one go.
They never get the girl anyway.
Well, one of the maxims of my book is that women have boyfriends and girlfriends. If you're not f***ing her, you are her girlfriend. Because what happens is those guys tend to communicate as if they are they speak female language, right? And what happens is her hindbrain says, well, he's a girlfriend. He's not somebody that I would ever want. He's not anybody that I would ever want to have. We're just platonic. We're just friends, right? Until you try to shoot your shot again, and suddenly the stuffed animal gets a hard on. And you're like, this stuffed animal was so nice. You're my friend, and now you're tricking me the whole time. Then there's that sort of like betrayal. Then there's that sort of like, well, guys can never be nice. Guys are like, why do guys try to be nice when they're not really nice and they just want? It's like you knew it. You put him in the friend zone, and now suddenly he wants to shoot his shot once again when he thinks he's built up enough friendship equity, so that he can finally move to intimacy.
Ladies, I need you to understand that there's not one man out there that sees you, interested in how you look, wants to spend time with you, but he doesn't want anything physically from you. That is absolutely hogwash. You're going to learn the hard way that there's not one man out there that you hang out with that wants to be just your friend. They all want more. And you know it too. You know it.
And it never happens because there was never anything there in the first place.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like sometimes girls not always, but girls know that, like, deep down, even if he's a friend, like, he still wants to f*** you.
Exactly. Thank you.
Like, I've known that about dudes that I'm, like, friends with, but I'm like, I still like to keep you as a friend because I know
but you
deep
get the
down
attention.
you want to. Exactly.
And they actually end up becoming a good friend.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a friend like that, and all of a sudden he gets a girlfriend, or you see him around other girls? And
yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah,
that's
but you start having a feeling like,
Yeah.
wow, I didn't realize I was kind of attracted to the fact that, yeah,
because the guy was not able to bring that out in her. He kept her. He let her keep him in the friend zone, and he wasn't masculine enough, man enough, alpha enough, rude boy enough, street enough, blood clot, no enough game, bro, to take that bull crap out of her and know why she wants you and how to get it.
Sparks
Isn't
up
it
a little
crazy?
something,
It does spark a little something.
for sure.
He's a simp, but he's my simp.
Wait, so I have a question. In regard to this video, right, based off the way things are now, there's no way that, they're going to reduce the pay of women to balance out this dynamic.
No.
So what happens now in dating?
So if you were to ask Math or Richard Cooper, it's just we're on the Titanic and
We
it's going
wait for
down.
the meteor.
Yeah, the meteor's coming.
Okay.
We're waiting for it to just all crash down and done, because the one way it could be solved is if these men stop simping to these chicks, bro. Stop giving them attention that they don't deserve. If she's not down with the program that you want, move her up, bro. Make her go find somebody else. Make her find some other friend. Don't simp to these chicks, and that would help solve the problem. But if not, then we're gonna have to wait for the meteor to hit, like they said, yo. The meteor is gonna just have to blow up the whole dating scene and the whole relationship scene. It would just,
For me, I'm like, I am the lifeboat. Like I look at certain self-help groups and even a personal trainer or a really good book list or learning actually how to talk to women, I look at that ways of like creating like a group of Navy SEALs or an actual lifeboat, a life preserver. I think it's never been easier to get in that top 15% of men, but the entire world is teaching men to not be in that top 15% of men, and that you're insecure and weird. Like a great example, if you guys ever watched the Barbie movie, I haven't seen the Barbie movie. It's not a movie that I have any reason to watch, but okay, with him saying this now, anybody that's seen the Barbie movie, let us know if what he's saying is correct. Let's go. In that movie, ironically, does everything correctly. He like leaves Barbie. He's
okay,
like,
hold on. Hold on. So he's saying in that movie, Ken does everything proper, and then they try to make him look like the bad guy. Let's go. Let's hear what he's saying.
And even a personal trainer or a really good book list or learning actually how to talk to women. I look at that ways of like creating like a group of Navy SEALs or an actual lifeboat, a life preserver. I think it's never been easier to get in that top 15% of men, but the entire world is teaching men to not be in that top 15% of men, and that you're insecure and weird. Like a great example, if you guys ever watched the Barbie movie, Ken in that movie, ironically, does everything correctly. He like leaves Barbie. He's like, this. She doesn't want a relationship with me. I'm going to go do my own shit. I'm going to take over. I'm a badass. And the whole time he's made fun of and derided for actually acting correctly. And so it's a perfect example. It's like Ken choosing to not be belittled and humiliated by Barbie. The movie paints him like he's immature. No, he's not. He's not. Now, the character was immature, but what he did was correct. And so men are deliberately being taught incorrectly. If you choose to ignore this incredible cloud of media that's stuck on you that keeps telling you to do things wrong, it's so easy to get in the top 15% now.
Yeah, and also like with average income being $30,000 a year, it's been easier to get past that. So there's room for more people at the top than we think.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.